Hi everybody. I'd like to thank each and every one of you for tuning in to my channel. My name is Chef Hector Morales, and today we're going to be doing jollof rice. Now, jollof rice comes from West Africa, and around that country everybody's got a different recipe for it. But today we're going to be doing it Chef Hector's way, jollof rice. Now, we're going to take you through step by step how we're going to do it. First thing you got to do is buy 31-35 shrimp. Why 31-35 shrimp? Because if you make it with the rice, it's easy for somebody to get 3-4 shrimps. But if you use a larger shrimp, you're going to have people fighting over it, and you don't want that in your house. So 31-35 is a perfect shrimp for soup, for rice, or any other thing you like to use it for. So today, I got 8 cups of water boiling. We're going to add 1 teaspoon of Jollof Rice Seasoning for the flavor. And after we put it in, we're going to put the shrimp with the shell. Now, we buy easy peel shrimp, which is perfect for this because it takes 1 or 2 minutes to do it, to peel it. Now, we're going to use the shells for flavor, as like making any stock. You want a chicken, you use bones, and you enhance it with vegetables. Today we're going to enhance it with the shell. We're going to put it to cook. Now, when it's done, it's going to turn a bright pink. So we're going to give it a little stir there. Now, please don't overcook the shrimp. It's very important. By the way, we're using 1.5 pound easy peel shrimp, 31-35. That's the count. Why the count 31-35? Because it's easy to use, and if you use larger shrimp, people are going to be fighting, oh, I want this shrimp. No, I want 2 more. They could get 3, 4, 5 shrimps, and there will be no argument. So, I already put the shrimp and the shells to boil. Now we're going to work on sauteing the vegetables while that's cooking. And when they turn a bright pink, we're going to take the shrimp out and just let it cool off a little bit and separate the shrimp from the shell. Now, I have 1 cup of extra virgin olive oil. We're going to put in there. We're going to turn the fire on. All right, we're going to start off, we put olive oil in there, which is 1 cup, and we're going to let it get nice and hot at a regular heat. Then we're going to turn it down later when we put the rice in. Now, while that's getting hot, let me explain to you what else goes in there. We're going to use 1 cup of diced onion, 1 cup of peppers. If you can use green peppers, yellow, it doesn't matter. Which is your favorite pepper? I use red pepper. Now that we got the shrimp in there, I'm going to go back, put 1 tablespoon of lobster base. Now, you can use any lobster base in the market, but I prefer this brand here because it's full of natural flavors, and you refrigerate it once you open it. Very important. So I'm going to put that 1 tablespoon there. And why do I use the lobster base? Because I want the best flavor possible for my food. And I've been doing this many years, and you want to please the people that are around you. You want to please who's ever buying it, who's ever eating it. They say, wow, I never had nothing like that before. Out of my 49 years, the first party I ever did was for Elizabeth Taylor. And I felt like a king serving her. And I made a beautiful salmon salad and with a special strawberry vinaigrette, and she went crazy over it. And she called me over and thanked me for the beautiful lunch she had. So I've done Bariknikov, the dancer, ballet dancer. I've done so many movie stars, but today I'm here for you. Now, while the oil is getting nice and hot, we already said we're going to put the onions in. Tomato puree, 1 cup, and 2 tablespoons of Jollof Rice Seasoning. So while that's cooking, we're going to put the onions in. We're going to put the peppers in. And I'm going to use my spoon here. Wooden spoon. I don't want to scratch out my pot. Now, every week I'm going to be doing a special recipe for you. When fall's finally arrives here, we're going to be doing a lot of fall dishes. Okay, especially meals in one, which is easy. We're going to be doing some vinaigrettes, some dressing. We're gonna be doing some stuffing, but it's for brunch. It's got vegetables in it, zucchini, yellow squash. I mean, it's a fantastic dish. It's called stuffing bread pudding. So, well, the shrimp is almost done because it cooks fast, let me tell you. They're almost nice and pink. Now, I'm going to put the shrimp in the rice later on. Why? Because I don't want the shrimp to get overcooked. It's already cooked. So at the end, when the rice is done, we're going to stir it up real good, add the shrimp to it with the stock, which is 8 cups of liquid. And then we're going to put the rice in, stir it up, and let it cook. We're going to let it cook for 15 minutes, lower the heat, and let it cook for another 30 minutes. Now, this recipe is going to be on YouTube, so you go look it up if you don't remember anything that I'm saying. And the rice is 4 cups of rice. We're using parboiled rice. Why parboiled rice? Because it cooks loosely, and no matter what you do with it, it's 45 minutes when you use parboiled rice. 4 cups of rice, 8 cups of liquid. So it absorbs all the flavor that you have in there. But when the end of it is that a lot of flavor is coming out. Okay, the shrimp is nice and pink. We're gonna shut it off. We're gonna take it out, and please shake it real good. You don't wanna take out any of the stock because we need that for the rice. Boy, it's smelling so good right now. Okay, the vegetables, the peppers and onions are almost translucent. We're gonna let them cook a little bit more. Meanwhile, we're gonna take the shrimp, separate the shrimp from the shells. We don't want no shells in the rice. And if you notice the size of them, 31, 35, is perfect for rice, perfect for soups, perfect for anything. And I forgot to mention before, I like to give a shout out for Badia Spice Company for providing me with all the spices. I'd like to thank them very much. All right, I got the shrimp set to the side that I separated from the shell. Now what we're gonna do is put the rice in to saute with the vegetables. That's 4 cups of rice. You're gonna stir that up real good so the olive oil can coat it. Give it a nice coat. Now that we got the rice all coated with the olive oil, man, the aroma is just coming out. We're going to add the Jollof Rice Seasoning. That's 1 tablespoon. We're going to stir that up in there real good. Then we're going to add the tomato puree, which is 1 cup. Wow. We're going to mix that up real good in there. Put the 8 cups of liquid stock, which we made with a lobster base. You could use shrimp, lobster, or any type of seafood you like. But to me, the lobster base got so much potent flavor that I love. Right now, you can smell the aromas coming out of this. Wow. Now we're gonna let this cook, covered, for 15 minutes. And one thing I didn't tell you before is you can use jollof rice with ham, with shrimp, with lobster, with pork. I mean, it's up to you. It's endless what you can use it for. And if you like a spicy stir fry, you can use Jollof Rice Seasoning to make a fried rice that's nice and spicy. So it's up to the knowledge of anybody that's cooking, loves to cook. Use your own knowledge, you know, and kick it up a couple of notches. Got the rice in there. We mix it up. We're gonna let it cook for 15 minutes on regular heat, and then we're gonna stir it up, turn the heat down, and let it cook for another 30 minutes. Okay, now that 15 minutes have passed by, Gonna take the lid off. Wow, that's smelling so good. And we're gonna stir up the rice. Oh yeah. Now we're gonna lower the heat to medium low. Okay. We're gonna put the lid back on. And we're gonna cook it for another 30 minutes. Man, the aroma just smelling up the whole kitchen here. Remember, we're gonna put the shrimp at the end, shut it off, put the lid on, and let it simmer there for another 5 minutes. All right, now that the 30 minutes are past, we're gonna remove the lid, put the lid on the side, and we're gonna stir up the rice. Wow, look at this luscious rice. Now, we're gonna throw the shrimp in right now and stir it up real good. Gotta make sure the shrimp is all over the rice, up and down, down and up. Stir real good. Now we're gonna put the lid on and shut the fire off, and let it set for 5 minutes. Okay, beautiful. We're gonna let it set for 5 minutes so the shrimp gets all over that rice and rubs in real good, and wow, then we can eat. 5 minutes have passed by. We're gonna take the lid off. Wow, perfect. We're gonna taste the rice. Wow, beautiful. Look at that. Smells so delicious. The flavors just married in there, and I tell you what, it's not overspiced. It's just got a little bite that you want to keep eating. If you want to see more delicious food, like and subscribe. Chef Hector Morales signing off. God bless and stay safe.